Hi, my name is Kendall Bame, and for my second lesson plan, I chose to do a fourth and fifth grade reading comprehension lesson using the children's book La Mariposa by Francisco Jimenez. And in this lesson, the students will be working on retelling a story in order and using sequence vocabulary, which is something they've been working on in their general education class. And this is just to give them some extra practice and use some reading material that's should be very relevant to them because La Mariposa is a story about the author himself and his experience from moving to Mexico to the United States and being in an English only class in first grade, and just kind of how he learned how to deal with the challenges of not speaking the language and just to overcome making friends and feeling very out of place. And so most of the students in this class would be students who either have lived here their whole life but came into school only speaking Spanish, or students who have moved here recently from Mexico, because there is a very large Hispanic population in the school district. And so this to do this lesson, the students are going to be reading the story in pairs and then completing a timeline, which is down here. And the timeline will be used with 6 different illustrations from the story. And the reason I chose to use illustrations from the story is to kind of guide the students in creating a timeline in order, and to give them a visual cue as well to pair with their writing. And so this lesson has a lot of discussion and a lot of writing, and so it's really important that there's still some visual cues, even though these students are older and they're more at a developing language stage. But I just really wanted to keep incorporating some visuals into the lesson because I just think that it's really important, and especially because the pictures in this story, the illustrations are really, really colorful, and I think they can reflect a lot of the emotions. And another one of the skills that the students will be working on is using the illustrations to gather other information from the story. And these were based on standards, the North Dakota State Standards and reading comprehension. And so, yeah, this lesson will allow them to work in pairs and practice their conversation skills with their partner, their reading skills, and there's a lot of discussion and personal connections that the teacher is going to ask them to make, and to create some higher order thinking. And it incorporates most of the SIOP features. And I think this is a really good lesson, and it can be done in one class period, but it can also be adapted if like the students aren't getting the hang of it. It could be broken into 2 if it really needed to be. But yeah, that is it. Thank you.